Now, here again is John Claypool. John, in your book, and I'm going to read here if I may, Mending the Heart, you said that grievance, guilt, and grief are part of the human journey from womb to tomb. My question is, how are they different and how are they related?
Well, they are different. I actually wrote this little book in the wake of the second great grief of my life, which was the death of my mother. My little girl died when she was 10. My mother died when she was 93. And grievance is what happens when other people hurt us. Guilt is what we experience when we hurt other people. And grief is what we feel when life hurts us. I do believe that God's mercy and forgiveness are the balm of Gilead that help us to heal, particularly from grievance and from guilt. When other people do us harm, as I've often heard said, forgiving them is a gift we give ourselves because we don't let an old wound keep on wounding us. And of course, when it comes to guilt, you've got to understand that there's something bigger than you are, which is the grace of God, and that God is not a perfectionist, that God is willing to work with us even on the other side of our mistakes. And I often say what John the Baptist said of Jesus, I must decrease, he must increase. That's the secret of accepting forgiveness. I must cease to be so preoccupied with myself and my performance and realize that the grace of God and God's willingness to forgive is really bigger. Now, grief, as I tried to say in my message, I think rests finally on the recognition that life is given to us as a gift. None of us deserve to be born. We didn't earn our way in here. And so to realize that every beloved person or thing in our lives comes to us as a gift, it doesn't diminish sadness when you lose. I don't know any shortcut to sadness. But Floyd, life is not fair because it begins in grace. You and I start out with this enormous, enormous gift of life I call birth a windfall.
Mm-hmm.
And when I kept clear that my little girl never did belong to me, she'd always been a gift, then it made me very sad to lose my contact with her. But I couldn't accuse God of being a thief because I had never deserved her in the first place.
We're going to run out of time, but tell me a little bit about healing. We've got about 45 seconds here, and tell me a little bit about healing, if you will. How does it differ from death, loss of job, divorce, this kind of thing?
Healing comes when you are willing to let God become an equation in your life, when you're willing to let something that is bigger than you are begin to carry you, just like if you're learning to swim, when you discover that the water will hold you up and that you don't have to do it all by yourself. That's when you begin to realize that there is hope. And I think the grace of God floats us out of the grief, the guilt, and the grief. Life is gift.
What a wonderful message. Thank you very much, Dr. Claypool. You're the best.
Thank you.